Hi everyone, my name is Simranpreet Kaur and we are representing the group presentation on the country of Egypt. Next slide. Egypt, officially known as Arab Republic of Egypt, and it is a transcontinental country situated mainly in North Africa, and it is renowned for its ancient monuments and pyramids. Next slide. Egypt is situated in the northeastern part of America, and it is famous for its significant landmarks such as Nile River. And Egypt has one of the oldest recorded histories globally, dating back to around 3100 BC. Next slide. In Egypt, Arabic is the official language of Egypt, and English and French are also understood, especially in urban areas and among educated population. Moreover, koshari, falafel, and kebabs are the most famous food in Egypt. Next slide. There are major industries and exports that are petroleum, textiles, and garments. Egypt also deals in the agriculture products such as fruits, vegetables, and cotton. Now I am requesting Indulekha to represent the slides.
So I'm INDULEKHA. Today I'm gonna speak about the punctuality, appointments, and concept of time. In Egypt, punctuality is not much important in the culture of business, and it is self-obligatory for a person to be on time. And in the case of appointments, confirm an appointment at least a week before, and they have to reconfirm it prior to 2 days before the meeting. In the case of the concept of time, in summer time, the business time is 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. But in winter, it's a slight change. There's 9 to 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. to compensate that 2 hours less in the winter. In holidays, business are closed on Friday because majority of the people are Muslims. So for their religious purpose, it is holiday on Friday. And one of them national holiday is Ramadan, and the other one is the Armed Forces Day, that is in October. And one superstitious thing is that many Egyptians believe in carrying lucky charms of talisman to attract the prosperity and success in their business. And for them, 7 is their lucky number, and 8 and 9 and 13 is their unlucky number. In the case of taboos, men do not shake hands of a woman until it is initiated by her, because it is considered as a taboo in the field of business. In the case of negotiating with Egyptians are very tough, and one have to include their research, and they have to know more about what they are going to discuss in the meeting. And lengthy discussions are practiced, and the final decision is always made by the highest ranked person. Now I hand over to Marcio.
Egypt is a nation with a rich history and diverse culture. Understanding the local customs and etiquette is essential when you visit and conduct business in Egypt. We will explore the case aspect of the Egyptian culture, focus on dining, entertaining, language, and weddings, as well as form of titles. And the seating arrangements, the most honored guests usually seated next to the host. Arrival time, punctuality is very valued, but it's common for Egyptians to be a bit late for social gatherings. Weddings, Egyptian weddings is elaborate affairs for often lasting several days. Birthdays, celebrations, birthdays, especially those for children, become more popular in Egypt. Music and dance. Traditional music like melody plays on the look like instrument in classic Egyptian food. The traditional dishes is kunafi, madams, balbosa, kunafa. About the language, the official language of the Egyptians is Arabic, while English is widely understood in urban areas and among educated population is a dividable to learn a few basic Arabic phrases. Greetings. Handshakes is common for a greetings and the customer to use the right hand, maintain eyes contact. Getting this shows sincerity and respect. About the titles and address, usually the misters, for example, you say Saidi, and the Mrs., you say Saida. For a business titles, you use a personal profession title applicable. For example, Engineer Ali. Next slide to show for more information, SNAPREET.
Firstly, I'm going to present about the gestures of Egypt. Egyptians are quite expressive and passionate when they converse. They have tendency to tell long stories and use wordplay and jokes in their conversations. They are generally very open and emotive. They display their happiness and also grief and sorrow in a widely expressed manner. Moreover, they use humor in their conversations very well, and they and find it encouraging when their jokes are appreciated. When even in a meeting, if you go for first time, it is common for them to say a joke, one or two. Uh, Moreover, they also respect your personal space. Next slide, please. If we talk about gift givings and customs, gift giving in Egypt are already evident throughout the history. Gifts were given from the kings in the medieval age also for the alliance in war or for personal favor as well. Even today, the traditional gift giving continues in the Egypt, and mostly it is given in the Egyptian holidays. People take gift to their homes for dinners and even for parties. They usually prefer fruit, pastries, cooking, and sweets. They do not consider to give flowers until there is a wedding or someone is sick in their known. And for a man to give a woman the gift, it is must be presented from his mother or any lady from the family. Otherwise, the gift may be perceived as too personal. Now I'm going to invite UMUT for his part.
Thank you, NAVPREET. I would like to talk about religion and dress styles of Egypt. All right, first topic is religion. The main religion in Egypt is Islam. Mosques are important part of daily life. Egypt also home to other religions like Christianity. Christian population is about 10%. Next slide, please. Thank you. Now let's talk about dress styles. Men and women often wear galabia. Women's galabias are generally more colorful than the men ones. These clothes are comfortable in hot climate, and another clothes which are menswear are gutra. This headdress is usually white in color. It can help against sunlight in desert. Also, I want to talk about hijab. Hijab, that's a woman headscarf, covers the hair and neck, leaving the face visible. After me, Bahar will continue.
Thank you, Umut. Today I mention about the Levi's model and Hosted model. Those are two different frameworks used to analyze cultural dimensions and business practices in different countries. For Egypt, Levi's model is likely to fall under the multi-active category, which means people are likely to be impressive, emotional, and value relationship in both personal and business interactions. Next slide, please. For Hosted model, high power distance means Egyptian society tends to have hierarchical structure, and people may accept and respect authority figures. Collective culture means Egyptians often place a strong emphasis on group identity and family ties. High uncertainty avoidance. People in Egypt may prefer clear rules and structured environments to avoid ambiguity and uncertainty. Moderate masculinity means while Egypt might have some traditional gender rules, they may not be as pronounced compared to highly masculine cultures. Long-term orientation. Egypt might exhibit a mix of both short and long-term oriented values with respect for tradition and cultural heritage. Moderate indulgence. Egyptians may enjoy life but also value disciplines, and restraint. Thank you for listening to us. Today we are end of our topics. Have a nice day.